just here, right now, seeing the comment section filled with gratitude messages, hearts, our comment section filled with so much of love from people. It is such a joy to sit here every day where thousands of us sitting in so many different places just enjoy Devi Parashakti. And the best space, the best way to experience, the best way, what can you do to prepare for it? What can you do to receive Devi Parashakti is just tune yourself into that space of gratitude. So how do you prepare for Bhava Samadhi Darshan? What is the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan? Let us enter into preparing ourselves to receive Devi Parashakti, the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
So blessed we are that every day literally, oh sorry ma, I was just saying that, we are so blessed literally every day Devi Parashakti is landing back from Kailasa, manifesting through the Nija Avatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this is what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. The divine beings landing from Kailasa, the divine beings who are real, landing from Kailasa, manifesting through the embodied form of and the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Let us now enter into the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
This is a beautiful Shastra Pramana that we have from the Malini Vijayottara Tantra. Kathana Shakti Padadva Yadva Padavalokanat Prasadat Swaguru Samyak Prapyate Paramam Padam. By the enlightening teachings of the Guru Kathana, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transmission of spiritual powers, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, and by the complete loving favor of the Guru Prasada, the ultimate goal and space, the Paramam Padam, is attained just through having the darshan of the Guru's feet. You will achieve the Parama Padam. And here we have actually all of these, Shakti Pada, and having the darshan of the Guru, the sacred feet, and the Kathana, the words, all the three happening directly from Devi Parashakti through our Guru. So this is a very, very, very powerful process that we are experiencing.
Now, Bhava Samadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, Darshan happens at the moment when we are lifted out of space and time. During Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar.
Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through meditation on the avatar.
The brain neurons mirror, activate, and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. See, we don't do any action. Your eyes are just falling on Devi Parashakti, and whatever the neural activities are happening in the avatar's brain just literally gets mirrored into each and every one of us. That is why beyond any logic, beyond any explanation, you feel so joyful, so blissful. You just want, and you completely forget the sense of time and space, where you are, how long the darshan is going, because literally your brain is mirroring the activities happening all in the avatar's brain. You don't even know that those neurons are getting triggered and they are getting activated in your brain just the way it is in avatar's brain. The science of
this science is, sorry ma,
please go ahead.
This science is the science of quantum tunneling, like how quantum tunneling is defined as how a low energy electron, when it has to move over an energy barrier, as a particle it cannot move over it because it will need more energy, whereas as a wave it can just propagate through it. So the science is, and that science where how it propagates and goes through, that is called as the quantum tunneling. And this is the same science that we have during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. That is why you might be sitting anywhere in the world. You might be sitting in New York, you might be sitting in Australia, you might be sitting in China, you might be sitting in India, you might be sitting anywhere in the world. The energy of the avatar will reach wherever you are. That is why people materialize, people have Kundalini awakening, everything without any physical touch. The whole experience happens because this is the science behind Bhava Samadhi Darshan. The quantum tunneling is actually happening. And the mirroring of neurons, where what's happening in the avatar gets mirrored in your brain. And that is what happens during the darshan.
Now, what is the science behind the Bhava Samadhi Darshan? There's a beautiful incident described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the 4th chapter, where once when Krishna sees his own reflection, the sweetness reflected on the jeweled wall, he was amazed and he said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy, just like Radhika. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. And after due consideration, I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is to the constitution of Sri Radhika." Now, the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan is where the Nijavatara, the embodied form, manifests Paramashiva, the formless, the consciousness, through the being of Paramashiva, the light body called the Divya Sharira, and manifests as Nijavatara, the embodied physical form, for us to experience Paramashiva. Now, today, all of us are going to be having Devi Parashakti. The consciousness of Devi Parashakti, which is formless, expresses through the being of Rajarajeshwari and then manifests through the Nijavatara, the embodied form as Devi Meenakshi, embodying and sitting herself and the form as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism.
Now, many of us may have gone to temples. We have had the darshan of Devi Parashakti. We have had the darshan of Rajarajeshwari, Meenakshi. Now, what is the difference between you going to a temple and having a darshan of the deity versus coming and sitting and having the Bhava Samadhi darshan of Devi Parashakti? Now, as we explained just now, the 3 aspects: the consciousness, the being, and the manifestation. The Archavatara reflects the consciousness and the manifestation, the being of the superconscious energy. However, human beings, many a times, we are not mature enough to receive that higher level experiences from the Archavatara directly. Though the avatar, the Archavatara, the deity is so powerful, we may not be able to receive it. However, the physical embodied form, the avatar, comes down again and again and again out of his deepest compassion and love for humanity to bridge the gap and create that experience of superconsciousness in all of us. So in the Nijavatara, during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, the Nijavatara, the physical embodied form of the avatar, manifests the consciousness of that divine energy, manifests the very being, and manifests in the physical embodied form. So like how we relate with human beings very easily, when it happens through a physical embodied form, when Devi Parashakti is talking and you can see her eyes moving and you can see her lips smiling and you can see the very physical expression of Devi Parashakti, immediately you connect and you're able to have that experience much more easily than when we go to a temple and have the darshan of the deity.
Absolutely, actually, that is why whenever the Nijavatara manifests any dimension or any being, that dimension of Paramashiva, the auspicious components and powerfulness of those dimensions of the deities, like like Venkateshwara means the auspiciousness, like Devi Parashakti means her Shaktis, her powerfulness, her divinity, her compassion, all those dimensions starts manifesting in us. And that is what is the science itself.
Absolutely, and so many times, when the red curtain opens, we are like, okay, how is Devi Parashakti going to appear today? And, what kind of jewelry is Devi Parashakti going to wear? And how Devi Parashakti is going to give darshan? We are all waiting. There is the deep eagerness and that deep joy to see how the divine cosmic mother is going to give darshan for us today. So the Bhava Samadhi darshan is a direct experience of that costless auspiciousness. During the Bhava Samadhi darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates with the energy wave of existence.
Our muscles learn and radiate to imbibe Paramashiva on its own. Like, we will not put any effort on its own, just through the darshan. Our muscles learn to imbibe and radiate Paramashiva. This Bhava Samadhi darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness. allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand.
Even without much support from our side, our very bio-memory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, during the Bhava Samadhi darshan.
To have a glimpse of the darshan of an avatar cleanses the karmas of lifetimes and creates a deep and a lasting transformation in us. Now, the best space to receive the darshan is gratitude, because gratitude enables the reflection of consciousness on all levels, physical, psychological, even ultimately in your conscious level. That is why when you do the darshan meditation as a preparation, it helps us to tune into that space of gratitude. In that time, any conscious resolution, the Satya Sankalpa, desires, wants, needs, it will all just drop. You will simply be ready to purely reflect that consciousness, that Paramashiva in you. That is why just sit when you receive the darshan. Sit with this context. Just go down. Tell Parashakti, I know you are the source of everything. You are everything and you are in embodied form as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramahansa. And you are in this body also. You are the source for both. Let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me. Let me be in the Bhava Samadhi of. Now just sit in the same space. Get ready to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti. You all can take a minute or two to set up your Panchopachara Puja kit. Just sandalwood paste, sandalwood powder, flowers, incense, lamb, offering of Naivedyam. Yes, let us all now enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra as all of us prepare to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti. The Paramashiva Dhyana mantra is blessed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as an initiation, Diksha, that transmits energy, experience, and powers in the form of sacred mantras. Just like how an avatar transmits Shaktis just by a look, Nayana, or a touch, Sparsha. Similarly, the avatar births himself as a mantra which encompasses all his Shaktis, energies, and transmits those Shaktis to the devotee. Anyone to whom this mantra is chanted from the space of oneness and deep blissful awareness, that person is bestowed with health, well-being, wealth, abundance, and prosperity, love and fulfilling relationships, enormous growth and success in business, job, and finances, a complete and a fulfilled life manifests without any types of doshas, sins, evil eyes, or obstacles, leading to a long, healthy, and a blissful life. With the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasa's Department of Human Services and Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship is offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra prayer service on behalf of each and every one of you. Today, we are going to be offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra prayer service and request the blessing of Devi Parashakti manifesting in her Nija Avatara in the embodied physical form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramahansa, on behalf of each and every one of you for the following benefits. We are going to be offering the prayer for all of you to have healing of all your health issues, For you to experience healing of physiological, psychological stress and anxiety, healing of addictions, moving out of depression, moving out of pain patterns, for you to have improved career, for you to heal your relationships with spouse, family, and profession, for you to have breakthrough in wealth dimension, for you to be protected of all diseases and negativities, for the protection of children orphaned during the pandemic, protection from natural calamities, for the protection from lost wages and income, for you to have solution to any problem, for you to have breakthrough in creativity, increased inspiration, moving out of debts, experiencing increased energy and vitality.
And we are offering our prayers so that you can get blessed and receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti for healing from any insecurities. We are offering our prayers for you to receive protection from any direct or indirect effects of the pandemic. We are offering our prayers for the leadership consciousness to be awakened in each and every one of us. We are offering our prayers for you to get healing from any genetic or inherited disorder. We are offering our prayers for you to experience completion in your muscle memory and biomemory. We are offering our prayers so that you experience completion with your biological mother, so that you can experience the feeling connection with the divine cosmic mother. We are offering our prayers to awaken the divine feminine consciousness in you. And we are offering our prayers for the grace, blessings, and protection of the Supreme Fount of Hinduism to be always with you.
Let us now enter into the Parameshwar Dhyana Mantra.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Hrim Nityanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvaditam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
I surrender to the Sadguru, who is the eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure, and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called the Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Now, we'll now be entering into the conscious resolution of Sankalpa. When you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of the Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality.
Om Mamopata Samasta Duridakshaya Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Prityartam.
I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Paramashivam.
Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya.
Who is the God of all gods? Who is the greatest of gods? The Lord of the universes and multiverses. Who is the Lord of the cosmos?
Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayasya.
The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation.
Adimadhyantarahitasya Prameya Parakramasya Tattvartha Gocharasya.
The one who is the beginning, middle, and end, the one who is immeasurable.
Akara Ukara Makaratmaka Pranavatmakasya Vrishabharudhasya Mahadevasya Kamika वादिवातुलान्त महातन्त्राख्य शैवागमस्वरूपस्य सकलनिगमागमस्वरूपस्य शुद्धाद्वैतशैवस्वरूपस्य नित्यानन्दपदस्तस्य नित्यानन्दस्वरूपस्य शुद्ध सच्चिदानन्द विग्रहस्य रूपातीतस्य सकलनिष्कलस्वरूपस्य नित्य निरञ्जन निरामय निर्विकार अखण्डादिशेषणस्य श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतारभूतस्य सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवस्य च प्रीत्यर्थं शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीय परार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बोद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ.
During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharata Varsha, in the subcontinent called Bharata Khanda, in the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Shakayara, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice, of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, the face of the moon, on this auspicious Tithi, which is the number of the days from the new moon or the full moon, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, the Vedic star, during such an auspicious moment, during the auspicious Yoga and Karana.
आदिकैलासे कल्पवृक्षस्य अधः नित्यानन्दनगरे स्मृतस्मृतानां मुक्तिदायके महाक्षेत्रे.
Now, we request all the participants, whether you're offering for yourself or others, please chant the male names now. Namadheyasya. We now request all the female participants, whether you're offering for yourself or for others, but if you're offering for any female participant, please chant the names now. Namyaha cha
यजमानानाम् आवयोः सहकुटुम्बानां बन्धुवर्गाणां मित्रवर्गाणां आदिवर्गाणां सोदरवर्गाणां समेषाम्.
For all those who are participants who send me with their families, relatives, inheritors, brothers, and everyone.
सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वमङ्गलवाप्त्यर्थम् उत्तरोत्तरनवच्छिन्न स्थिरलक्ष्मी प्राप्त्यर्थम्.
Always let there be good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken and steady flow of abundance, prosperity, and wealth.
कुटुम्बे सर्वेषां सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं चिन्तितमनोरथवाप्त्यर्थम्. समेषामाधिव्याधिनिवृत्त्यर्थं समेषां शिरादिपादपर्यन्तं विद्यमानानां समेषु अङ्गेषु जनितजनिष्यमान सकलविध नानाविधरोगाणां व्यपोहार्थं तद्वारा रोगदृढगात्रवपुः सिद्ध्यर्थम्
Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kind of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, and healthy and handsome body be obtained. Samesham
ऋतृभिश्च कृतकरिष्यमान सकलविध मन्त्र तन्त्र यन्त्र विषचूर्णाभिचार स्तम्भन मारण उच्चाटन विद्वेषण वशीकरणादि मान्त्रिक प्रयोगेभ्यः रक्षणप्राप्त्यर्थं तद्वारा
Samesham Sarvabhishta Siddhyartham. Let protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people either in the past or yet to be performed in the future through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting, diarrhea, and upsetting and ruining the health, hypnotizing, etc.
अपमृत्युदोषनिवृत्त्यर्थं कालमृत्यु अकालमृत्यु दुर्मृत्यु निवृत्त्यर्थं
Let all the doshas related to death like death, time death, unnatural death, fatal death be removed. Samesham Antardrishti, Bahidrishti, Krura
दृष्टि व्यापार दृष्टि अनुकूल दृष्टि प्रतिकूल दृष्टि इत्यादि सकलविध दृष्ट दोष निवृत्त्यर्थम
Let all the effects of evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well wishers, and the effects of evil eyes of people who are against their well-being be removed. Samesham
शत्रु बहि शत्रु क्रूर शत्रु व्यापार शत्रु अनुकूल
Anukula Shatru, Pratikula Shatru ityadi, Sakala Vida Shatru Bhada Nivrityartham. Let all the effects of inner enemies, outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good and enemies who work against their well-being be removed. Samesha Matrushapadi, Sakala Vida Shapanam Vyapohanartham. Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed. Anadi
अविद्यावासनया प्रवर्तमाने अस्मिन् महति संसार चक्रे विचित्राभिः कर्मगतिभिः विचित्रासु योनिषु पुनः पुनः अनेकधा जनित्वा.
From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange.
केनापि पुण्यकर्म विशेषेण भगवतः श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवस्य परिमितया कृपया इदानीन्तन मनुष्यजन्म प्राप्तवताम्.
Yet, due to some good action, with the extreme and the immeasurable compassion and the grace of Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body.
समेषां इह जन्मनि पूर्वजन्मनि जन्म जन्मान्तरेषु सर्वैः कृतानां शिवनिन्दा देवी निन्दा गुरुनिन्दा दोषव्यपोहार्थं शिवापराध देव्यपराध गुर्वपराध दोषव्यपोहार्थम्.
Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth, or in any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes and offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed.
ब्रह्महत्या सुरापान स्वर्णस्तेय गुरुतल्पगमन तत्संसर्गाख्य पंचमहापातकादि समस्त पाप व्यतिरिक्तार्थम्.
Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahman, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or the other above mentioned crimes be removed.
अपि च सर्वै बाल्ये वयसि कौमारे यौवने वार्धक्ये च.
Let all the karmic effects of the action done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person,
जाग्रत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति अवस्थासु.
let all the karmic effects done in the wakeful dream or deep sleep state,
सर्वेन्द्रिय ज्ञानेन्द्रिय व्यापारैः सम्भावितानां.
Let all the sense done through the karmendriyas, that is the 5 organs which perform action like speech, hands, feet, excretion, reproductive organs, and the jnanendriyas, that is the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin.
अतिपातकान् रहस्यकृतानां प्रकाशकृतानां अतिपातकानां उपपातकानां संकलीकरणानां मलिनीकरणानां अपात्रीकरणानां जातिभ्रंशकानां प्रकीर्णितानाम् एवं नवानां नवविधानां बहूनां बहुविधानां सर्वेषां पापानां सद्यः.
Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, the minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, unjustifiable sin, sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins and 9 types of sins, and more sins and more types of sins be removed.
अपनोदन द्वारा समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थं शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवत्व परमशिव स्थिति परमशिव शक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं.
Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all the auspiciousness, and let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, and powers of Paramashiva be obtained.
कुटुम्बे सर्वदा सन्मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थं अन्योन्य प्रेमाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं पूर्णत्व सिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वापनिवृत्त्यर्थं.
Let the whole family always be showered with all the auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed.
क्षिप्रारोग्यवाप्त्यर्थं आयुर्भिवृद्ध्यर्थं.
Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed.
व्यापारे उद्योगे च सर्वजनवशीकरणार्थं तद्वारा उन्नतोन्नत स्थान प्राप्त्यर्थं.
Let your charisma impress everyone in the business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best position.
बहुधन सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं गृह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धन धान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं.
Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of household, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life.
आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां दोषपीडा निवारणार्थम् आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां आनुकूल्यता सिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let the auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets.
भूम्यन्तरिक्षे विद्यमान भूत प्रेत पिशाच राक्षस ब्रह्म राक्षस वेताल कुष्मांड डाकिनी शाकिनी इत्यादि सर्वारिष्ट निवारणार्थम्.
Let all the effects that cause calamities on the planet Earth and the evil effects from the various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Kushmanda, the class of demons, Dakini, the little devil, Shakini, the kind of female demon be removed.
मनोव्याकुलता निवारणार्थम्.
Let all the mental confusion and worry be removed.
प्रारब्धे कर्मणि करिष्यमाणे कर्मणि आदिदैविक आदिभौतिक आध्यात्मिक विघ्न निवारणार्थम्.
Let all the obstacles be removed with regard to action done or going to be done related to God, world, and spirituality.
समस्त ऋण निवारणार्थं धनलक्ष्मी धान्यलक्ष्मी संतानलक्ष्मी सौभाग्यलक्ष्मी विद्यालक्ष्मी शौर्यलक्ष्मी वीरलक्ष्मी विजयलक्ष्मी इत्यादि अष्टलक्ष्मी परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let all the wounds be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhanalakshmi, wealth, Dhanya-lakshmi, food and grain, Santana-lakshmi, offerings, Saubhagya-lakshmi, fortune, Vidya-lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya-lakshmi, bravery, Veera-lakshmi, heroism, Vijaya-lakshmi, success be showered.
परीक्षासु उन्नत स्थाने विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं सर्व विद्या पारंगता सिद्ध्यर्थं मेधा शक्ति ग्रहण शक्ति अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let the top rank be obtained in all the examinations. Let all the excellence be acquired in all the fields of knowledge. Let the memory power, understanding ability be increased.
इत्यादि सकलविध सन्मंगलानि गुरुकृपा कटाक्षेण प्राप्त्यर्थम्.
By the grace of Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon.
श्री कैलासोनगर द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़
The one who has ascended the Madurai Adinam Shyamala Peetam, the Peetam established by Devi Meenakshi, the incarnation of Shyamala Devi, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Parameshiva resides and rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa.
Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara.
The one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most perfect son of Paramashiva.
Gurumanya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Sanyapana Labda Divya Jnana Vishit Sakala Nigama Agama Sarabhuta Dravida Veda Pravartya.
The young boy who is the gem among the gurus and the unequaled avatar, the one who received the enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, the author of the famous Dravida Vedam, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas.
Sarvajana Sangha Sadyo Nirvana Jiksha Vyapa Pavarga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalapa Kesari.
The showerer of Videha Mukti and the immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people. The one who creates his protecting leader, the roaring lion, and the comforting young elephant for other religions.
Shaiva Siddhanta Stapanacharya Shri Raja Diraja Pandya Maharaja Guru Shapana Shakyadi Mahandakar Nivarana Jnana Bhanu.
The Acharya who established the Saiva Siddhanta. The Raja Guru of the Pandya, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes the utter darkness of delusion, the one who installed the Rishabha, the flag, the creator and the reviver of Shaivism. Sarvajna Pita Ruda Shri Jagat Guru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swamina Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swaminam Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punarudruta Kshamala Pita Sarvajna Pita Trinavatyuttara Dushatatama Guru Mahasannidhanam. The one who is the ruler of the Sarvajna Pita, the seat of omniscience, oh, the avatar of such above-mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Appar Sundara and Manikya Vachakar Swami, oh, the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, Shyamala Pita, Mahasamsthana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, oh, the one who has ascended the seat of omniscience.
Arunagiri Yogishara Parampara Gata Arunachala Sarvajna Pita Guru Mahasannidhana.
The one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogishwara.
Kailasa Parampara Gata Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita Trayastrim Chaduttara Dishatama Guru Mahasannidhana.
The one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita as the 233rd pontiff in the lineage of Kailasa.
Nityotsava Nitya Mangala Nitya Kalyana Nitya Rachita Kailasa Paramparagata Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pita Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pita Kartre.
The creator of the Nityananda Pita Mahasamsthana Mahasimhasana Pita, which is eternally celebrating auspicious, festive and having the attracting energy of enriching.
Sakshachi Paramashiva Samudbhuta Kailasa Paramparagata Vaivasatamanishwa Gwali Chandra Bhagirata Shri Ramachandra Shulasena Ityadi Anavachinna Sarvabhauma Chakravarti Paramparagata Chatushashi Yogini Mandita Chatushashi Sampradaya Pravartaka Manudharma Shasana Surya Vamsha Prapta Sarvajna Pita Surangi Samrajya Bhutabhishikta Chudamani Sakshat Shri Parameshwar Samudbhuta Kapila Mahaguru Punaridhrita Mahanirvani Pita Stotara Sahasra Shri Mahamandaleshwara.
The 1008 Sri Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita, established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila.
Sakshat Shri Parameshwar Simhasana Abhishekta Samasa Gananayaka Shri Mahaganapati Samarambha Navachinna Peethadishwar Guru Parampara Prapta Atala Peetha Ashtottara Sahasratama Ashtottara Sahasra Shri Atala Peethadishwar
The 1008 Shri Atala Peethadishwar of Atala Peetha.
Dharma Mukti Swarga Puraswarna Peetha Trayo Vimsha Guru Mahasannidhana.
The 1008 Atala Peethadishwara of Atala Peetha, which has an unbroken lineage of pontiffs starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who was the leader of the Kanas and who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. The 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swarga Puraswarna Peetha.
Kailasa Paramparagata Adipita Sarvajna Peetha Jagat Guru.
The Jagat Guru of Adipita Sarvanya Peetha in the lineage of Kailasa.
Shri Kailasa Punaruddharaka Shri Kailasa Paramacharya Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Varya Sachidananda Pranava Swarupa Shrodriya Brahmanishta Srimad Jagat Guru Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swaminam Prityartham Tesham Padaravinda.
Who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis and parivrajakas, the embodiment of the pure truth consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one established in superconsciousness.
Tesham Padaravindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartham Guru Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartham Kshema Stairya Virya Vijaya Ayurarogya Aishwaryanam Abhirudyartham Dharmartha Kama Moksha Durita Parapurushartha Siddhyartham Mama Samasta Duritopashantyartham Samasta Mangalavaptyartham Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Prasadena Sakutumbasya Jnana Vairagya Jivan Mukti Praptyartham Cha Shri Nityanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nityanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nityanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhuta Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nityananda Paramashivasya Cha Dhyana Shodasopachara Sarvopachara Archanaradhana Pujam Prarthanam Karishye Om Ananda Gandhanilaya Namaha Om Bhavaroga Beshajaya Namaha Om Kalpatarave Namaha Om Pashupataye Namaha Om Pashimochakaya Namaha Om Ipsita Paladayakaya Namaha Om Bhagyavritti Parivartakaya Namaha Om Adi Vyadi Vinashakaya Namaha Om Samasta Kalyana Gunanvitaya Namaha Om Vidadi Purishaya Namaha Om Shri Kailasapataye Namaha Om Jivashaktaika Swarupaya Namaha Om Shri Nityanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhuta Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Shri Shri Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swamine Namaha Om Nityanandam. Now we have an announcement for all those who are watching us. Today, due to intense samadhi of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we will not be having the live Parashakti Akashic reading happening. The next live timings will be announced soon for you. And now we are going to directly enter into the power manifestation session after a short break.
Stay tuned, and now let us all get ready to imbibe, to enjoy the Kailash Courtyard session, to manifest the extraordinary powers with the feeling connection with Parashakti, manifesting through the Nija Avatara. With this, let us all offer our gratitude at the lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let's all get ready to receive the power manifestation. We'll now be concluding with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam.
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द 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 परमशिवोऽहम्
ज्ञानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures: no photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions: please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones, ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing, manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautiful
Science of power manifestation, Bhagwan beautifully explained how it is a command over reality. The science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. How we can experience that beautiful space of oneness. The evidences are listed here. The Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of the Aptas, Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas, all of them manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of millions of disciples, devotees, followers all around the world manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Again and again, Bhagavan beautifully says, I myself will be in the Kailash Courtyard, where I am manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva, and each of us can experience the auspiciousness, abundance, and bliss. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana, consciousness. Bhairava, one who experienced the consciousness. Tantra is the method to experience the consciousness. Beautifully from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. This is for the power, Shastra Pramana, for the power of consciousness over matter.
Is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Kvachit vastuni vinyasya shanair drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet. Kvachit vastuni vinyasya shanair drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully explains the sutra.
Having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, Vastu, one should slowly withdraw the sight from that object as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of the object along with the thoughts and impression of it. Then, O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exists, all inclusive or infinity. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how we experience the oneness with the object. If you take a rose and you understand that it is not just the word rose, the knowledge, or it is not just the make of it, which is the color, which is the first time we experience the rose, but only in the space of oneness with the rose, where you understand it is consciousness which is presented as a rose. When you are in the oneness with the rose, simply you can manipulate or you can do anything with the rose. All this great science again and again is given to us. The higher reality, how you experience with Paramashiva, is the ultimate gift that Bhagavan has given us. Either we experience the oneness with Paramashiva and experience beyond our whatever we are having the blind spots, or the blind spots opens up in us as confusion, chaos, and root shocks us with all its fullness. That is why Bhagavan says the power manifestation is which folks hold into all this self-doubt, self-denial, and self-hatred, and starts manifesting the powers of Paramashiva so beautifully. Let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, Ramanuja, one of the greatest saints who had come down just to showcase the highest reality. The Nawab there, he said he has taken away all the idols from all the places and put it in somewhere. And he said, if you want, you can call the deity and the deity let it come to you. And simply you can see when Ramanuja called him Chella Pillai, come to me, with a deep reverence and gratitude, simply the whole deity walked to Ramanuja. Ramanuja still stays in the temple not just as what Western world call mummy, but in Kayakalpa body, that his body even now radiates the powerful space of enlightenment. You can see when he calls the deity simply walked to him in physical form and manifested in front of the Mughal king, and the Mughal king was totally taken back how a matter could take a form and walk and beautifully come to Ramanuja. He could not believe his eyes, and he was so shocked to see the deity in his hand. And Nawab simply became surrendered to Ramanujan. This great science, Bhagavan beautifully explains how his experience of the first oneness space when Arunagiri Yogeshwara explained to Bhagavan.
Being. Using that powerful eyes, he was looking into me. Of course, that is too much. So naturally, sleep disappears. I'll describe the scene. The next word is Sami. That's the way he used to call me, because that is the way my whole family used to address. I had hundreds of names given and self-given. And it continues even now. But most used name is this Swami. Even my mother used to call me as Swami only. From the time I remember me, I never heard any other word from my mother. Even as a baby, as a child, I always heard only she calling me, addressing me as a Swami. Never I have heard from her the name my parents have given. It's only Swami. So, Arunagiri Yogeshwara uttered the word Swami. The moment he called Swami, I just sat up and the eye and eyes got locked. His eyes and my eyes got locked. He raised the right hand with a gesture. Are you able to raise your hand? So the meaning is, are you able to do what you want? It was not verbal. It was like a show. So naturally, I responded. Means I moved my hand and showed, yes, I can. Suddenly, Onada. It just clicked and I started laughing. He started laughing. Both of us were laughing for 10 minutes. Understand? I'll tell you exactly what happened in me. When you have a consciousness which can command and execute something that is one with ultimate, so you are ultimate. I know, now with this theory, there will be 100 questions, doubts you may have. All that we can digest, grind, burn next. But the first click, he's right. That first click was so powerful. The words uttered were only two words. Swami. Then he showed through the gestures. Are you able to move the right hand? So I responded in the same way, gestures, not words. Yes, I can move. What is there? So just when this gesture, question, answer was going on, I could understand very clearly what he is trying to convey. If you have a consciousness which can command and make the matter, body is matter, make the matter obey, listen, you are carrying, which is ultimate. You are the consciousness which is ultimate. Varnada. Like something hit on my forehead. It was such an ecstasy blossoming, flowering.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained how he had the moment of Swami Vannada as conscious entanglement, and he understood, cognizing, deciding, and standing up to who we are, the consciousness, the Paramashiva space, ultimate. That is what we have to recognize in us again and again. Hold that beautiful space of oneness, and the ultimate space starts manifesting in us. If we understand that we are Paramashiva, that is the very reason this matter, the dead body that we hold, becomes alive as the physical body when the consciousness enters. Every night we enter into the different bodies, deep sleep, dream state, and the physical state is considered to be three bodies that we enter: Sushma Sarira, Shukshma Sharira, and Karana Sarira. So we can get into the Turiya state also, which is Paramashiva in us. When we wake up as Paramashiva, all this what we are looking at is only mere suffering, which is only telling us to wake up again and again to the reality. The existential reality is not perceived the way we are perceiving it. All the struggle we are having is only because we view the existential reality in our own perceptional reality. If we wake up to the existential reality, Bhagavan says all of us are Paramashiva. In 84 million species and 8 billion people, we are the chosen one to experience the Paramashiva space. And let's manifest all these powers. And again, how you do yoga every day, puja every day, doing the power manifestation every day makes us recognize our consciousness again and again. Being in the oneness for a few minutes with Paramashiva brings so much of auspiciousness and abundance, irrespective of what we are going through. It is not who we are. We get blessed with all this great truth. But because the great truth is so powerful, even anybody new steps into this Kailash courtyard, Bhagavan says, they will manifest all the 463 powers. Then imagine what a space we all hold. Be in that beautiful space of Devi. And here the guidelines: make sure the coconut is placed in a flat surface. You can keep your palm flat on the table or on a ground which is flat so that it is rested clearly and it is not moving. You can put a sellotape or you can leave it like that. You can put any object. You can put the Jnananjan, which is in your Kantamala, in your third eye and your temple, and on the hand which has the object. It can be a lemon or coconut, whichever you prefer, but coconut is the best thing. You can have the coconut with you. Not only coconuts move, but also in courtyard, all the balasans used to actually trouble me by breaking the coconut and not allowing the Nityanandam participants to even move it. Again and again, they'll see the coconut, it'll break. You know how hard it is to break a coconut, but simply by the space of Paramashiva, they used to have such a joy, just like Krishna, breaking all the coconuts. And here you can keep it on your hand or you can keep it on the silicon. Silicon is again the mother element. We are so connected to mother. So it will simply listen how in water, if you do a ripple, it connects to everybody and it ripples. Same way, the mother energy that our body is made of, the same thing, the mother is silicon, is there in all the gadgets. So simply it listens to the Paramashiva space when you connect in the oneness. So you can keep it, but make sure the gadget is completely switched off. You can touch the coconut on the silicon if you feel you're not connected to that, but it's okay to start with, but slowly and slowly withdraw your hand, just do your through your third eye and experience the quantum space. We know what is the logical space. We have to experience the quantum space only through meditation. Deep samadhi space is the quantum space. And Bhagavan has beautifully given the instruction for us to experience the ultimate. Sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Again and again, remember Para, Shakti, Paramashiva in your third eye. 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Why we are visualizing like that? Becoming so alive, aware, continuously. If you sit with your 25 heads on your neck, just imagine what kind of an awareness you will create. Absolute unclutching from the mind. Any thoughts in the mind. Be very clear, when you go to sleep, you do not have any thoughts. You unclutch completely, that's why you fall into sleep. So you know how to unclutch. Only thing, consciously we are going to unclutch by chanting the Mahavakya and entangling with Bhagavan. It's so beautifully said how even the moon reacts in each of us. Even the planets have so much, and because everything is connected, now they have found out in science that the mother's womb, when the baby is there, through the umbilical cord, the stem cell passes through to her blood, and she is able to recognize any problem in the child. Even the child grows up and it's at any distance, just because the mere connection of the stem cells in her body, which is connected to the child. So science is getting there, but we are already connected, all of us. In Big Bang, all the particles were together. Now we have spread into the vast universe, and it is now also clearly seen that vast universe, 99.999%, is unmanifest. Now the science is catching up with every word Bhagavan has said. We are in the quantum space. We are the Paramashiva experiencing the quantum. It's all power manifestation. It's about recognizing that quantum space. It's not to achieve something or get something or make the coconut dance, nothing. Just to recognize the Paramashiva space in you. How you can deeply get into the same state just like sleep, but with awareness. Merge into Paramashiva in awareness. At his lotus feet, you can recognize all the powers of Paramashiva. All that we need to do is be in the bhava of Para, Shakti, Paramashiva, and chant the Mahavakya in such a way that you are listening. Again and again, go back to the listening. That is the whole key of this power manifestation. So when you start listening deeply, enjoying and surrendering to Bhagavan's lotus feet, something else happens as auspiciousness and abundance in you. You can experience that right now and the full day that you're going to experience in ultimate bliss and oneness. Now we'll entangle with Bhagavan in the oneness space. He's already in the quantum. You know, science has clearly shown that if you see something and the exercise, for example, you mirror in your body the same exercise. Same way, if you start seeing the quantum space, you also get into that space. The oneness capsules are so powerful because he's in the deep samadhi space. You also get into the same space, and chanting the Mahavakya, you merge into Paramashiva. Any of the Ishtadevata that you have in your third eye, you also experience the same quantum space. And these few seconds, yes, seconds, you manifest as powers. All we need is few seconds, but for us to get those seconds, we are in the meditation for few minutes. So if you're ready with all the things, let's start chanting the Mahavakya to experience consciousness over matter into deep oneness with Paramashiva, chanting continuously and listening to the chanting that each one of us are experiencing the oneness.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramaशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्